Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
G'day, team.
You'll be telling everybody about our friend Phil Burton. He
We're
joined
mates.
us today from Human Nature to play Dream Team.
Yep. Also, we have a rant about parking.
Oh, we certainly do. And speaking of nature, we talk about when nature was used as a weapon.
And to celebrate Liz Truss, how embarrassing.
44 days in office.
Dude, not a title you want. We talk about people's official or unofficial titles that they hold.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
A 55-year-old woman named Rosie,
Yeah.
she's been very, very naughty.
Rosie, come on.
She lives in Massachusetts, and she's been accused of setting a swarm of aggressive bees onto law enforcement that were executing an eviction.
Oh, killer bees.
So she had the bees inside a container on a trailer attached to a car. She arrived at the scene. She was dressed in a beekeeper suit.
So she was protected.
Yep. So and then the police approached her, and then she tipped the container of bees over.
Angrily.
Releasing the swarm. They were agitated. They were angry.
always
and then
are,
they started
bees.
attacking the police officers. One officer was allergic, and he had to be hospitalised.
The other officers tried to shoot the bees.
It was crazy.
It's hard. It's difficult.
Sounds like a Simpson episode, doesn't it?
So the Hampton County Sheriff's Office, someone from there said, never in all my years have we seen something like this.
No, it's
But
creative.
How about this? This is not the first time it's happened. This actually used to happen in the 1800s in Ireland. Yes.
Joking.
No.
Irish bees.
Yep. So,
Irish bees.
Irish facing eviction would use creative means such as releasing the bees to fight off police officers and deputies that were carrying them out.
Ever seen the size of the handcuffs they use on bees? Oh, tough to get on.
Mate,
And also, they've got six legs, so you need 3 pairs per bee.
Ever seen a male bee go to the toilet? I'm not going to say what I want to say about it, but it's the size of her.
Mate,
It's tiny.
That is hectic, mate. That is hectic. You've come up with a plan, and this is what you're going to do when you're going to get evicted by the police.
You know what I like? It's the using nature as a weapon.
That's right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
she
do.
could have
I
thrown
think it's
honey
a
at them,
good idea.
but the bee attack was much more
It's
effective.
using nature as a weapon. But it's not good when you're on the receiving
No,
end.
terrible. I mean, especially
Yeah.
the person that was anaphylactic to
Yeah.
it.
My brother Graydon would torment me through our childhood. Torment me. In ninjutsu, with his bouncer friends, various weapons
Crossbows.
coming my way all the
Crossbows,
time.
yeah, that was fun.
All the time. But sometimes he would take it to the next step and he would use nature, and I'd be in the bath and let's just say I'm just there having a great time, enjoying myself. No, just a kid in a bath.
Oh, okay, right.
Kid in a bath.
Have a ducky.
Yeah, you know. And Graydon wants to use the bath. I'm refusing to get out. So what does he do? This is during a weekend where we've been out bush. He goes and gets a bucket of live yabbies and pours them into the bath with me. Now, I have to tell you right
Well,
now.
you've got to clean them.
Me
you
touching
eat them.
one yabby with my finger would result in me screaming, let alone me sharing a bath with all the yabbies.
They're nippy too.
They're
yeah,
nippy.
They're nippy. And
They're
that's
nippy.
not, you don't want to be naked
Yeah.
as a little boy.
No.
Around a bunch of nippy
All
creatures.
the yabbies. Like, oh my God. That was a lot. That was
I used
a lot.
to love catching yabbies, and I could see how that could be used as a weapon. One of the guys I played footy with, Snake Simmons, Troy Simmons, he had licenses to be able to handle deadly snakes, and he had snakes inside his house. And he used to do that to Byron Shammer, who lived with him at some
That is
So what
not-
did you do? You
that
chased
is-
him with a snake?
Yeah. Yes.
With a death adder?
He had, I'm sure he had death handers. Nat questioned me before.
Well, because
so I
they're
tried to Google
highly
it.
venomous, and they're
Yeah,
not
'cause
the
he
sort
had-
of things that
he
you
had
would
serious
handle
license.
readily.
But
I
it's like
understand.
snake people it's like gun people want the best gun, the most,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like
Yes.
they don't want the safe gun.
No, that was
But
okay.
also, the gun people lock their guns up in a cupboard and
Some of them
keep them away from regular people.
I had a proper, those fish tanks. That's what they put.
Yeah, like a big terrarium.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine.
yeah, but you just said he would get it out and run around
Yeah,
with
he'd
it.
get it out, yeah,
That is
chase down,
not
yeah.
cool.
Imagine
That's not
sitting
cool.
at home or getting home and then someone runs at you with a
Death adder.
a hissing death adder.
Troy Simmons deserves to be bitten. I'm just going to
Oh,
say it.
Snakes is a great man.
Ready to put your pool floaties to work?
Start planning the ultimate summer getaway with whatif.com. Find hotels and holiday rentals plus family-friendly resorts.
Just jump on the What If app. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Look, we're not saying it's a good idea, but sometimes people use nature as a weapon, like the lady that set some bees on police officers who were trying to evict her.
That's right.
One of them was anaphylactic and had to go to hospital.
Look, it does sound like a good idea. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Nature as a weapon, though. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes,
Let's
it
find
is.
out. Hi, Tori.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Tori.
Good, Tori.
Well.
All right, nature, weapon. Talk to us.
Yes, so when I was younger, my brother and I used to live with my nan in Victoria, and they get those really big king prawns.
Yeah.
They're massive.
Delicious.
Anyway, they are. My brother was really annoying me. I think he was about 3 or 4 at the time, so I decided to chase him around the house with one of the heads of the king prawns.
Oh, not even the whole king prawn, just the head.
No, just the head.
Just
he ran and hid in a cardboard box that we used to play in. So I've gone and I've thrown the head into the box with him.
Yes.
And I swear to God, this box looked like it jumped like 10 feet in the air. He's now 25 years old and absolutely still terrified of it, and he'll never let me live it down or forgive me for it.
Oh,
So he still can't touch a prawn?
No, even now, if he annoys me and we've got any kind of crustacean around, I just chase him with it.
Oh, Tori, you really affected him.
I love how you have a crustacean within arm's length at all times.
Yeah, great chat. This will
But
do.
isn't it amazing to be 25 now? 'Cause,
Yes.
you know, when I was like small, I wouldn't want to touch a yabby, but now I can pick up a yabby.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
And also, this is the head. The head doesn't do any damage.
The detached head of a king prawn.
That's not the bit you need to worry about.
It's great when someone has such an obvious
I know.
kryptonite. It's a great way to control them.
Great work, Tori. Well done. Penny's in Joondalup. Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
All
Hi,
right,
Penny.
we're talking about using nature as a weapon. What have you got for us?
So it wasn't me using anything as a weapon. My brother found out that I was petrified of spiders. And I lived over east, and the huntsmans over there are like as big
It's
as
true.
you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
know.
Massive.
They're amazing.
So we were out one day, and him and his friends have made like a little, like, no girls allowed kind of thing.
Yes.
And he found a spider that was dead, put it on a stick, and like kept me away with it. But like he got it too close, and I'm petrified, so I passed out.
Oh,
Your body
Penny.
goes through.
you got knocked out by a spider.
Not knocked out. I'm just like I'm so
No.
like deadly afraid. I'm like on the ground. Like
Yeah.
it's happened a few times as well. Like throughout my.
Penny, if
And
I was
also
if
as
I was
well.
to if I was to approach you right now with a giant spider on a stick, would that have the same result? Do you think?
I'll be kissing the floor.
Sweetheart.
Wow.
Once again, you've just exposed too much about
I
yourself.
know,
haven't
that's
you?
right.
Anyone,
We've got a
Finding people's
anyone in
weaknesses.
Penny's life, if Penny
Yeah.
crosses you, you know how to get
Spider
up.
on a stick.
Simple spider on a stick, mate.
The old spider on the stick.
The old spider on the stick. Oh, thank you, Penny. Sorry for reliving your trauma.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're talking about when nature is used as a weapon.
That's right. The police are coming for you. Chuck a handful of bees at them.
Jackie. Jackie's in Leeming. Hi, Jax.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie.
Okay, what
Jackie.
happened?
So my sister and I used to do rowing on the river when we were in school.
Yeah.
That's hardcore, mate.
And, well, it is, you know.
I take my hat off to people who do that, and your niece is one
Yeah,
of
my
them.
niece does it at the moment. Yeah. It's cold and wet.
So I was the coxswain, so I would sit facing and steer the boat. So I
Yes.
basically looked the correct way. Everyone else is sort of backwards. My sister was the first seat, so we were facing each other.
You're eyeballing one
directly.
another, but you're telling her
Pretty
what to do.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great on the little sister side to boss my big sister around like that.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of a regatta, big race, like halfway down the river, and out of the corner of my eye, I spot the biggest jellyfish. And I just have to sit there in a split second and weigh up, am I going to throw the race? Yeah, there was no doubt about it. I scooped that sucker up and I pegged it straight in her face.
I don't know.
Your
Even
team's
right now,
detriment.
I don't know if I could handle someone pegging me in the face with a jellyfish.
And imagine she's about
You're in
the
a
same
race,
distance
mate.
to
Yeah.
shore.
The head of
It's
the
that
river.
close.
Okay, so how did that go?
She was just... She just kept on rowing, but she was
Oh,
so
what a
mad.
machine.
And I think her oar got grabbed underneath, and
Yeah.
we lost. It didn't matter to me though.
No, that
It
was because
worth
you
every
won.
second.
Anyone with a sibling knows that.
yeah, that's
so when
right.
you say it was the world's biggest jellyfish, how big was it, do you reckon? Like bigger
Like,
than a dinner plate?
I'd say probably about the size of a dinner plate.
Size of a dinner plate.
That's
but,
great.
my little hand, and it just,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
took effort to scoop it out.
Yes, and you had to lean sort of almost out of the boat to get it, and then fling it in her
Yeah, well,
face.
I'm sure they didn't quite get why I started veering the boat a little
Yes.
to one side.
Jackie, that is
Jackie.
really well thought out.
I mean, horrible rowing career, but that one victory made it all worthwhile.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Let's see what Shannon's got for us. Hey, Shan.
Hey, how you going, mate?
Yeah,
Good
good,
chat,
buddy.
buddy.
All right, so we've been hearing tales of people using nature as a weapon. Was it you, or did this happen to you?
No, I thought I'd flip the script a little bit on
Yeah.
nature. So my cousin, when I was young, we grew up sort of on a farm in Victoria there, and I think when I come along, he was like the favourite grandson, and then as soon as I come along, he got a bit jealous, I think. So
Yeah.
he would try any way he could to try and destroy me and torment me. So my granddad, he had the big slasher, and he'd go and mow the paddock next to the house, and the one day we're in there playing cricket, he thought it'd be funny to get the dry grass and shove it down my pants and then give me a wedgie so bad that it got stuck in places that grass should not get stuck.
The
Grass up your ass.
yes, the original grassy ass.
I reckon I'm still pulling it out now.
Geez, the things that Jim's mum
I
has had
tell
to
you
do
what.
to you.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
We have a legend in the house, everybody.
Yeah.
Telling everybody.
Sing it.
Telling everybody what they did last night. Telling everybody.
Phil Burton.
Oh my God, that song is 26 years old and everybody still remembers it.
Of course we do.
It wasn't
Yes.
even a big hit at the time, but it was so memorable.
And my favourite cover that you guys ever did was Eternal Flame.
Ah, yeah, beautiful song.
It's a
that one.
beautiful song.
The harmonies, Nate.
Yeah. Did the Bangles ever give you the heads up whether they liked it or not?
No, never heard.
Wow. What a bunch of
I'm pretty
moles.
sure. I'm pretty sure we weren't the only people to ever cover Eternal
But you did
Flame,
a beautiful job. Listen.
I got to say, Phil, unlike
magical.
a lot of bands, all of you guys can sing properly, like full on next level. Because some people
it's
just
all
get away
smoke
with just
and
playing
mirrors.
some loud
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
And
yeah. But out of you, who was the posh Spice? Who was the who was the weakest? Who's the
weakest link?
Go answer.
Oh, it probably depended on the day. You know, in the morning, it would be me.
Really?
Right.
Absolutely.
okay.
I'm not a morning
But
person
you
when
didn't
it comes to
perform in the
singing.
morning much, did you?
Now and again, we would have to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, radio stations
Yeah.
would get us in and say, can you sing something? It's like,
They also like Marge Simpson.
hey, Phil, I wanted to ask you about your time in Vegas when you guys were there for ages doing show after
Yes.
show after show. What's it like living over there, you know, being all in it?
really interesting. I mean, people think that Vegas is this strip of hotels and casinos and it's all, 24/7 party. But outside of that, it's really quite conservative and quiet, very suburban. There's supermarkets and schools.
What a contradiction, isn't it?
It really, really is. And the people out in the suburbs usually have no idea what's going on in the middle.
In the strip.
Yes.
So, we were there for 11 years and there's still people going, oh, human nature, who are they?
So
It's
how
like, I'm on a billboard, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Main drag.
So
Yeah,
how
you
far
can't-
away, like the suburbs from the strip, like
Oh, 15 minutes.
It's not
15
far,
minutes,
is it?
No,
and,
not
and
far
yet
at
they're
all.
two different worlds.
Completely different
Because
worlds.
it blows my mind. Someone in Vegas like going to the supermarket.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
You don't think about someone in Vegas needing eggs.
Because
You don't
it's
think
quite a
about
big
it.
town, isn't it?
The funny thing
Yeah.
about going to the supermarket
Yes.
in Vegas, I went to the supermarket once and there was obviously a Jackson there. I couldn't tell which one it was, but he had the sparkly
Oh,
jacket.
okay,
and
yeah,
everything.
right.
He's talking to this little black lady, and so then when we went to the counter at the end, I saw the little black lady and I went over and said, "Excuse me, was that Jermaine Jackson?" And she turned and said, "No, that was Jackie Jackson." And when she said to me, "That's Jackie Jackson," I realised I was talking to Gladys Knight. Yeah. So
It's that kind of
that's
town.
going to the
And
supermarket.
that's at the
in Las Vegas.
supermarket.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Then who did you go up to and say, was that Gladys Knight? And that was
It
Madonna.
just keeps escalating.
What a time.
Yeah, that is amazing.
So when you're doing those residencies, you were at three or four different hotels?
We were
weren't you?
at two.
Two.
We started at the Imperial Palace for
Yeah.
about 4 years
Yeah.
and then to the Venetian.
Do they lay it on thick for you? What's that like?
Well, no, they
Oh,
don't.
what?
You're basically renting the room. You're renting
Oh,
the theatre.
really?
So
inside.
you
Yeah.
were, and were you living in the hotel as well, or did you have a house in the burbs?
Oh, God,
yeah.
if you lived in the hotel, you'd
Well,
go nuts.
you
I've
would.
watched
All the
Hacks. I
noise
know
and
how it
lights.
works.
Yeah. No, but we rented the room. So basically, they give you a contract to say, yes, you can rent the room and this is how much you're going to have to pay for it and this
Yes.
is how much money you give us back from your ticket sales. And, so you're basically running a little mini business, like you're a shop, like you're a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
inside
Like
the
a pop-up.
casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does your week look doing that? Because we just spoke to Dave Callan, comedian, and he's doing a residency. What was it, a residency? He's going
He's
on a
a
cruise
resident
ship, right?
comedian on a cruise ship.
And
yeah.
he only has to do 2 shows, 45-minute shows in 10 days and or in 14 days.
Wow.
That's it.
On the entire cruise, one family friendly,
Can I get
one
his
adult.
number?
I know.
I want to do that schedule.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, we did 5 nights a week. So, yeah, we averaged about 230, 240 shows a year for 11 years. Yeah.
That's
It
11
was
years
intense.
and the same set list every night, or would you mix it up?
Mostly, we would change it up a little bit, but
Yeah.
mostly it's
Maybe
we would do the
around
same and the
Christmas you'd
audience
do more
would change.
Christmas songs and stuff. Yeah.
That's right.
Amazing.
What if one of you was sick?
Well, you could probably cover, we're lucky in that there's 4 of us, that we could cover someone who was a bit sick.
Yeah.
Unless they couldn't talk at all, in which case it was like, sorry, I have to cancel the show. But we only did that maybe, I don't know, a dozen times.
In 11 years. That's
in 11
amazing.
years.
These two had COVID at the same time,
Yes.
so it was just me. And then I had to do the show with Katie. But like,
And
it
you
was the
can't
first time
cancel
in
the
our
show.
entire career.
Yeah,
You can't cancel the show.
20 years.
Oh, no. Perth,
play music.
Perth needs to hear this.
Don't want to deprive them of
There'll be
that.
riots in the street, Phil.
Yes, exactly. Now, you're here for telethon.
I
Have you done
am.
telethon before?
Not for a long time.
Yeah,
It was one of the
right.
first things we ever did back in 1996.
Far out.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was really fun. We actually had a very, very large night.
Yes, it was very loose back
Yeah,
then.
it was pretty loose.
Back
We-
then, we used to, not back then, but when we first started, we used to do basically the graveyard shift.
yes,
and
yeah.
people would come to the crowd drunk straight from the clubs.
Yeah.
And you know what? You'd get them on TV too.
Yeah.
You made the
we
effort.
had
Let's
to
have a
go to
chat.
Rottnest Island on the ferry the next day.
Oh, how are you feeling?
Oh, I was okay. Mike wasn't. Mike really wasn't okay. He spent the whole ferry ride in the toilet.
Oh, I mean, it's not great,
And
is
then
it?
we had to perform that night as well. But, back then we were early 20s, so we were
Yeah.
10 foot tall and bulletproof.
Yeah.
But now you're much more sensible, right?
Yeah, these days it's like 2 beers and I can't function for 4 days.
Now, I don't know, you might have forgotten with telethon, but a lot of the times when you're on the desk or you're one of the prominent people there, like you are going to be this year, Phil, someone will say, I'm going to donate $1,000 if Phil strips down to his jocks.
Yeah, I'll double it if Phil strips, takes his shirt off.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay.
Would you?
Would you?
For the kids? That
I'd,
sounds
I'd,
wrong.
I'd go as far as the shirt. I don't know.
No,
about-
okay, then they're going to give you $5,000 if you strip down to your jocks. Phil.
I don't know. Is there any Dutch courage involved? Is there any Dutch courage?
No, you
back
have to
then?
be
couple of
completely
fireballs
sober
beforehand.
and
What are you
with
setting
many
me up?
children watching.
What are you setting me up
No, I'm just
for?
saying. I'm just
Oh,
trying. No, I'm
Nathan's
just
got a
trying to.
chance.
I'm just
Say
trying to
we're
prepare
Perth
you.
people out there, stop listening to
I'm
this.
just trying to prepare you.
Don't get
What if
any
the company
ideas.
said $10,000 if he puts on our sponsored G-string for the children?
I don't
Phil?
know if $10,000 is even worth people seeing that.
Mate. It's worth the
Is it?
meme. It's
I'm
worth
a
the meme
48-year-old
alone.
I'm a 48-year-old man. There's hair going on.
I mean,
There's hair.
that makes it funny.
Anyway, everybody, Phil is going to
Yes.
be on telethon, so if you do have some money, companies,
your resources.
like you know what, just test the man's limit.
we all have a price
Let's make
bill,
him
don't we?
remember this.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Over to the UK. It's what everybody is
Nothing's
talking
happening, is it?
about. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has quit after just 44 days in office, becoming the shortest ruling Prime Minister in British history. Now, the person that was the shortest before
Yeah.
her was George Canning. He lasted 119 days. After 5 months as a leader, he died due to bad health.
Sure.
Sorry, that was
So he died.
Anyone
Yeah,
find
so
that
he
funny?
would have stayed in office longer.
Yeah, so
and,
yes.
And also already, like, 119 days is a lot longer than 44.
44.
Before George was Viscount Goderich, he was
Viscount,
140. Viscount, sorry, Goderich, he was 144 days. Bonar Law was 209 days, and he died. So he had to leave for ill health and
Yes.
died. So
Okay,
there's
so
two
most
of
of them
that-
are made a
Two of
year.
them couldn't
Yes.
go long enough because they were sick or died.
Yeah.
Liz,
William
fine
Cavendish,
health.
225 days. William Petty, 226 days. And Liz now holds that.
But it's not even close,
Title.
Nate. You know
No,
what I mean?
it's not a close
the
race.
This one was in the 120.
Yeah,
120 odd
119,
days,
yeah.
and passed away.
she's 44.
Oh, she was.
Ask Boris Johnson and ask Scott Morrison, who is now doing it. One of the great benefits of being a Prime Minister is then doing the talking circuit afterwards because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
pay so much money
Like
for
100
you
grand
to
to
go
go.
and rock up. And who's going to want her to talk?
That doesn't even count. There must be a
Who's
level
going to
that
want
you've-
her
Yeah,
to talk
I know.
unless she's invited to the massive losers conference?
She single-handedly brought down the pound, which is not hard.
I know.
Which is very hard to do.
It
and
is.
also
It's very
tripled
stable
everybody's
currency.
interest rates. Tripled.
Not great. It's not great.
That is a title. That
Yes.
is that she must have fought
also-
tooth and nail to try and find a way out of this because you do not want that as your title.
Well, the campaign to get the job was longer than the time she spent in the job.
Yeah.
And sorry, on the other part, being a Prime Minister, she's still being Prime Minister. Does she get all the
benefits
that go on
with being an ex-Prime
No,
Minister?
there would have to be a probationary period.
No, I
wouldn't
don't
there?
think
every
I don't think it
workplace?
ever would have occurred to them to put one in. Do you know what I mean?
No, but when George Canning died, I mean, that was a very long time ago.
Yes.
119 days. But
Yeah,
even
but he
119
didn't,
days...
he didn't reap any benefits, Nathan. He died.
I do think 119 days, I think that is okay. I think anything...
qualifies?
I don't know what my cutoff is, but I do think that 44 is around it.
Well, 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
I think, okay, when you put it in weeks... No! She shouldn't get
You
benefits.
know who should be really upset?
Who?
Is the Chancellor guy, Kwasi Kwarteng, who she got rid of just the other day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, you can't get rid of me and then you quit.
Yeah.
You should have just quit beforehand. I could have kept my job.
Yeah, he was filthy.
I mean, I'm not saying he was good at his job. I've no idea. But still, you'd be a bit dirty.
Balance the
All right.
books.
So from now on, Liz Truss will be known as the shortest ruling Prime Minister in
Mm-hmm.
British history. She'll be trying to peg someone with a bloody shotgun. The next person.
Just so you can
doubt
break
about
a
it.
record.
We've got a record, though.
We do. Like, we have a record. And our record, I mean, it is what it is. We would be the longest running breakfast show that has never won an award.
In Australia.
I mean, an award that, like, we've won awards that are handed out by our own company. That doesn't count.
We've
won,
We're talking-
not awards. We've won an
award. Handed out by our own company.
And that's when my pirate hat got stolen and we won a Nova Entertainment Award, but that is akin to
No.
getting a sticker from your school
Yeah,
and
that's right.
your mum putting it on the fridge.
Yeah.
So we are...
That doesn't count. Because
We've never won an award.
That was
We've
in-house.
never won an award.
We've never won a proper award from
the ACRAs.
Yes, which is the Commercial Radio Awards.
And I'm pretty sure every other show in the country has.
And
Oh,
not only that, we've not been
Never
nominated.
been nominated.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
So Liz Truss, the shortest reigning British Prime Minister in history by a long shot.
Yep.
So 119 days was the previous record. She cracked 44.
That's right.
God, how embarrassing.
We hold a record. We're the most non-awarded long-serving breakfast show in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Never been awarded,
Yep.
never been nominated.
Teresa, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, thanks, Teresa. Teresa, do you feel amazingly honoured to be part of such a non-award-winning show?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Great.
What's your title, Teresa?
The fastest stripper,
The
but not for
fastest
clothes.
stripper?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
for floristry, for flowers,
What do you
stripping
mean?
foliage.
Stripping so getting the leaves off the stems. You're
Yep,
really fast
prepping
at
all the
that.
flowers. Yeah, when I was going through TAFE as an apprentice.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was in the newspaper and everything for
Oh
it.
my God, this is Richie Deitch. Okay, so how do you? Did you make a finals and then they had the final crackdown?
Well, they ran it through the TAFE, so that it was out of all the apprentice
Yes.
doing floristry. Yeah, and I ended up being the fastest.
Okay, so is there danger in this job because of like thorned roses and stuff, or what?
Yeah, and just like how many leaves, like because sometimes there's like little branches and stuff, so it cuts your fingers. And
Of course.
So did you have to do a certain amount of flowers within a certain amount of time?
Like a hot dog eating contest?
no, they were just timing us, and
Right.
yeah, I suppose a certain amount of flowers, like
Yep.
whoever got through the most
Yep.
within that time.
What
the bucket.
flowers were you stripping?
Chrysanthemums, roses, carnations.
Yeah, okay,
right.
right.
And do you have to do them up in a bouquet to finish? Is that
No,
how
it's
it all?
just about the
No,
stripping.
it was just about
stripping.
the stripping.
Oh, I've
Okay.
said that
Good-
for years.
good
It's just
stripping,
about the
Teresa.
stripping.
So
Congratulations.
you won a title. Did you get anything with
Yeah,
it?
yeah, and I even got in the award, like for and in the
She's in the
newspaper.
paper. Like that's
Yeah,
indisputable
yeah,
once you're
this
in
is
the
back in
paper.
New South Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave her a bunch of flowers too, which is like, oh.
Congratulations, Teresa. It's an honour to have you as part of the show.
Flower stripper. I've
I
never
don't
heard
think
of
I...
it.
Tali's in Byfed. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
Talia.
Talia. Do you hold a title?
Yeah, I do. It's just within my family.
Yes, great.
Yeah, perfect.
So I hold the record for asking the dumbest question.
Oh, what an honour.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you.
Give us an example of
Here
a
we
question
go.
that you might have asked that everybody just rolled their eyes at.
So we are from like Kalgoorlie and Geraldton, so bit of country.
You're up against it already.
And,
Yep.
What a migration.
and we were sitting out the back and we were just chatting away and someone asked, do you know how to tip a cow?
Yes.
And I just said back to them, like, what? Give them money.
Yeah, what else would it be? That's really
Well, firstly, they had to do a bloody good job.
That's right. To make good service to that car. Talia, bless you and your beautiful innocence.
Yeah.
Oh, darling.
Yeah, that's quite an honour and deserved. It's a deserved honour.
What? Give them money.
Yeah, 15%, Nathan.
Where do the
So
cows
great.
spend it?
Oh,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
exactly. Thank you, Talia. Cassie, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Do
Cassie.
you hold a title, Cassie?
Okay, so I can peel an apple in one straight long peel.
Yes.
The fast.
Amongst
Oh,
who?
that's impressive to do, yeah.
Have you have friends and family, or who? Who are your opponents?
Oh yeah, but I just wish there was a competition so I could actually be part of it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
officially recognised, but you know, and everybody's seen
No.
you do it,
Yes.
and you are the best.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Ratified by friends and family. It's a great achievement.
I think everyone does something like this. They go, God, I do this good. And
Yes.
if I was to do it amongst other people, I'd be the winner.
If this was,
But
this was a
it's-
professional sport,
Yeah.
I'd be making so much money.
Yeah.
Cassie, do you use a peeler or is it a knife situation?
Oh no, it's a peeler. It's a peeler.
Okay, great.
The knife thing is a good look,
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
super
I don't
skillful.
know.
Yeah.
Don't know about the peeler. I think that's,
That's easy.
yeah, you impressed me until that, Cassie.
Thanks, Cassie.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We're going to tread very carefully here because we don't want to turn into Brian Morris, but we need to talk about something.
Oh, yeah. Brian Morris already. It's too late for you, Nathan. You're there.
There's no coming back for you.
We're going to talk about parking and our experiences in the Perth CBD yesterday.
Well, yesterday and last week, so we
Yes.
two Thursdays in a row,
Yep.
we've had to go into the city
Yep.
for a function.
Yep. Now, they keep saying they want workers back in the city and they keep saying they want people to go and visit the city. But I've got an idea. If you want people to come in and visit the city or work in the city, have car parks available.
There has to be somebody in the city because there is not a car park available in that place at lunchtime on a
yeah,
Thursday.
Is unbelievable.
When I was rocking in yesterday, and we were looking to park at a particular place just on Murray Street in particular.
Near the
and anyway,
we're going to
trying
the
to get to the
stables.
stables. Yeah.
So that was closed at the time. I did a couple of laps around.
Yes.
I was doing U-turns everywhere, and all I kept thinking, I was looking at my phone thinking, how is this man, Nathan Morris, not rung me to
sure.
abuse
Yes, that's
everybody
right.
about the parking situation? Because I know he would have been there before me.
Now, the week before, we've had the same thing, and luckily I got there early. So I got there early again this week, and then when I got to that car park, it had a sign at the front saying full, because everything you drove past was
Yes,
full.
But
Even the super expensive
that one
ones,
that you
full.
parked in, you have to go in to it. You can't. It doesn't. The sign
No,
on Murray Street
no,
doesn't
no, that's
work,
right,
so it
yeah.
doesn't tell you. So you have to commit to it.
Thought, why not? And I just went up and up and up and up, drove past God.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, he's going, geez, you're up high.
Saw a Jetstar flight going
and
past.
I end up just snagging one right at the top when someone was leaving. So I was
And
so
then
lucky.
base jumped
Where
off.
did you park yesterday?
I parked, if you're on Murray, instead of going down Murray Street and you're going into the city, I went the opposite way. So if that's still Murray
Yes.
Street, I'm going down to West Perth.
Yes.
And on the left-hand side down the hill, there's this real sneaky little car park
Getting
that I got.
close to
So it was
Elder Street,
quite
yeah.
a walk from where we were, but not like...
Oh, well, was it though, Sean? Because so last week I got stung badly. I went to 4 different multi-level car parks and they were all closed. And in between trying to get to them, I was stuck on Murray Street trying to turn into William Street for 10 minutes. There were 4 or 5 changes of lights. So traffic just was not moving. And I thought, I'm not going to fall in that trap again. So I went, and so last week I parked in a little spot in Milligan Street near where my finance broker is. So I'm like, it's a little sneaky spot, managed to find it. It's 1 hour, very limited, but I thought that'll get me through. So I went there first yesterday, and then I got there and it's all full. It's like and then I couldn't turn onto Murray Street from Milligan Street, so because there was roadworks, and I'm like,
here we go.
Here we go. So I turned west up Hay Street and I drove and I drove. I ended up parking in proper West Perth in front of where the federal police are and walked down, like in heels.
Oh, God.
It was about a 14-minute walk in heels. And then on the way back, I called the cat bus.
Now,
I had to catch a shuttle bus to my
the
parking
cat.
spot in the
you
city.
did touch on something there, which is just going to like launch me into something else. Can we find a road in Perth that is not being worked on? In the city.
Ladies look pretty.
It was so insane. And in the city, if one of the roads are blocked because road work,
Yes,
and then
it's
you
chaos.
to get around the other side, that's another 10 minutes on your trip. And my thing that really grinds my gears.
What's that, Brian?
Is the pandemic, right? Now, we were driving to work each day for the pandemic. The streets were bare.
Yes.
You know what? You could have hobbled together. Those people that work on the roads,
Oh, I see what
they
you're saying.
didn't need to be stuck at home.
They were working
Everyone could-
outside.
They were working outside.
Get it
you
done
could
then.
have done those roadworks when no one was using the roads. You pack of idiots and are making the decision.
Too late now, Nathan.
Agree with your call.
Anyway, so...
What about the
Anywho,
price
that
of
was our
parking?
experience.
I rang my dad yesterday and told
Of course
him about
you
it.
did.
Oh, my
That's all
God, he
you
was
talk about.
buzzing. He was buzzing. He was buzzing. Parking talk. Oh, my God, parking talk.
West Perth's lovely this time of year.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Stand together, West Australia, with the Wildcats. Here's Mitch Norton now, Perth Wildcat, actually, and he's
Up and
coming
about
live from us. Mitch, are you in Tasmania already?
Hello.
Hello, Mitch.
Hey.
Well, I did a big
Are
intro.
we in Tasmania already?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, just did a big intro for you, and you're like, hello.
Yeah. I really messed that up. That's on me, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go on, okay.
Okay, so where are you?
We're still in Perth. I'm on the way to an optional shoot around at the moment. So,
Oh, so optional. So you could have come in here.
Oh.
well, optional, kind of not optional. You
Yeah, I know
I
those
think.
ones.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
so,
We got told we had to fill out an optional engagement survey yesterday, and we're like, well, me not filling it out is survey enough, showing how engaged I am with it.
yeah.
So that kind of optional. Yeah.
We're heading in, for a light shoot around, and then we take off to Tassie.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good game against the Jack Jumpers. They're going along pretty well, as they always kind of do. But last weekend's game against Melbourne United, it's amazing to see they've got your number at RAC Arena.
Yeah, they came out, after a lot of criticism throughout the week, and played super aggressive, which is kind of what we're expecting because we saw exactly that in the preseason. So that's probably the disappointing thing is we kind of knew what was coming our way, but we just couldn't stop it in the end, which is a bit unfortunate.
How's those massive calves going, Mitch? Everyone's been asking.
Yeah, the calves are going well. Going well after that little scare that I had cramping in the game.
Yeah.
Just, a couple extra reps here and there, Nathan, as you know, and then we're all good to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're so massive, of course they're going to cramp. I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
How do you feed those beasts?
I know, jeez.
Mitch, the big talking point after last week's game, of course, was the enforcer, Jesse Wagstaff, being reported. I mean, he was ultimately exonerated, but that was full on. Like, I've never seen a more legal screen in all my life.
He didn't move. He was there.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Obviously, during the game, we didn't really see too much of it. Obviously, very unfortunate, the injury that occurred from it.
Yes.
You never want to see an opposing player kind of knocked out or have an injury towards the head or anything like that. So that's kind of something scary that you don't want to see within the game. But, ultimately, I don't think Jesse did too much wrong at all. So it's just a part of the game and a freak accident. So glad we got him back.
Yeah, but sometimes, like we did see that screen and it was like, everyone's like, what's wrong with that?
Yes.
Sometimes it's on you where you're putting your head too. That's to the concussee.
Yeah.
Well,
That's to the concussee.
And things just happen sometimes in the game.
Yeah, that's right.
They just happen.
It's extreme bad
It's like,
luck.
where's
but
your
that
head
doesn't
at?
mean that-
Basement Jackson.
Yeah,
at the moment.
especially when you're a guard and you're a little bit smaller,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
sometimes it's perfectly at some
Thank
big
you.
guys' elbows
Yeah.
height.
Yes.
I've definitely had my fair share.
It's like
of-
people that are crotch hide and they're not walking around with their mouths open, are they? Like,
It had a bit of.
I'm not really sure what I'm trying to picture here, Nathan.
I think you are. It had a bit of Michael Christian AFL
the
tribunal
match
on it,
review
didn't it?
panel, yes.
We're giving you this. We're giving you this suspension because of the outcome.
Yes, yeah, that's right, rather than the actual
which
offence.
is a bit frustrating for everyone. So
at least justice was done in the end.
Can I say, Mitch, though, on the frustration for me on watching the Friday night's game was that Bryce was scoring a truckload of points and we just kept going to him time after time. But there wasn't anyone who was getting free to hit a good shot when the game was on the line. And other teams are just going, but, we just double team
Double
him,
team
and then
Bryce,
no one's going
yeah.
to hit a shot, and then the Wildcats become a one-trick pony.
Oh, you're
Thoughts?
going to tell Mitch to take it to the hole again?
Of course he knows what to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's something that we addressed this week at training. It's kind of one of those things with a new team and new guys.
Yeah.
Everyone falls in love with watching Bryce because it's very easy to do. So, we need to understand that everyone's got to play their bit on the floor to, one, help Bryce create shots, but also be there, as you said, as an outlet for him. So I think you'll see a big difference this game.
Mitch, when you guys are flying, do you guys eat the airline food or what's the deal?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I love the airline
Pretty hard-hitting
food.
question.
I love the airline food. I don't know how strict they are on diets. You know what I mean? I didn't know where airline food would be put into a player's diet.
I think the AFL guys have their own meals to take. Well, we used to at one stage.
Really?
Yeah. So do you have other food to take? Do they give out stuff?
Like we might get a couple of wraps or something from one of the stores at the airport. So,
Oh, God, you must be
yeah,
big
we
money.
try and
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think Jack Bendit was still funding you.
We know how much they cost.
Well, where are you getting that money from, mate?
Beyond the grave, clearly.
Thank you, Jack.
Yes, exactly. What a legacy.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Let's start with a quick around the grounds. The Perth Scorchers continued on their winning ways.
Oh.
3 from 3 in the WBBL. So that was
This
good
one was a
stuff
bit more
there.
of a challenge. They only just got over the line.
2 balls to spare. They were
Yep.
able to make the runs. So that's good news. Go the girls. They're just killing it. So well done to them on the
2
weekend.
balls to spare.
Yesterday.
And what was the other bit of it?
Oh, so they were chasing
No,
110.
say what you said. 2 balls to spare.
He can't remember.
Something
Was
about
that
the
what-
runs. Something about the runs.
Oh, something to do with what they ate last night. Was it dodgy Vindaloo? Is that what we
2 balls to spare. I'm just trying to work that out.
Okay, so
2
there was
balls to spare.
So they reached the target.
They reached the target of
with
what?
Whatever.
110.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
they
it was.
made 111.
So they wanted to make 111.
Yeah, because that would be a winning score. Because they have to make
yes,
all the
that's
other
okay.
teams.
Last over.
Okay, so they made it and they still had 2 balls left
Correct.
to
Yes.
to bowl
Yep.
in a 6 over.
20.
20
no,
overs.
how many?
20.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like 6 bowls.
6 balls.
6.
But there were
six
just
balls
2 deliveries left that they could have scored from. So that's close. That's a close result.
Oh, no, I'm just trying
It's
to
like
work
learning
it out.
another language.
No, I was just trying to work it out.
Hey, a shout out to our old mate Cambo because the Netherlands scraped in.
The Netherlands,
To the
even though they
main
got beat
draw.
by
Yeah.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
he's
that's
off
right.
to another coaching job, is he? He's finishing
This
up
is
there.
his, this
finishing
is
up.
his last.
This is it.
bit,
So I wonder where he's going to end up now.
And-
God, he goes to some good places.
Yeah,
He
the
wouldn't be doing
UAE
it
beat Namibia to get them across the line.
Yeah,
Extraordinary,
the giant
extraordinary
killers,
results.
Namibia. So they were looking to get through there, but UAE they did a good
Yeah,
job.
knocked
Look
it
at
off.
his
So that
international
was that
live,
one.
Sean, and he started in your chair.
Yeah, that's
I know,
right.
They haven't ventured outside of
Right there. Well, that chair.
WA in 3 years. The other result that we're going to look forward to this weekend, and that'll be Ross Lyon being confirmed as St Kilda's new coach.
Yes.
So no one's coached the team, left or been sacked and come back, and he's doing that. It hasn't happened since 1991, and that was David Park and came back to Carlton.
Yeah, right.
And it's really interesting that the amount of support that Ross has always had in the media from former St Kilda champions Nick Rewalt, Joe Montagna and Nick Del Santo.
Sean McManus.
They're big, yes.
He never played for St Kilda.
No, but like you're in the media and
Oh,
you
yes,
love it.
yes.
You love him.
And he, over in Melbourne, Nate, they're all on Fox
Yeah.
Footy, so
Yeah.
they've been just singing his praises behind the scenes, and therefore he's got his
Sort of-
chance to go back to
Yeah,
St Kilda
creating
and
a
coach
little
again.
bit of buzz about him. Yeah.
And I think the big thing for us, for everybody out there, that his name's been associated with Essendon, it's been associated with other teams going
North
along,
Melbourne,
North
yep.
Melbourne. But those clubs were wanting to put him and the other people through the proper vetting tests.
Oh, and he's
With
like, I
St
don't want to do
Kilda,
that.
He's just made a presentation, you want me or you don't.
Yep.
So he's not had to
Just
go through
walked
that
in with
rigmarole.
a poster board and he wrote
Just sat down-
Ross Lyon in bubble writing.
Just sat down at his
the
old
boss.
desk and say, look how comfortable I look.
Had some glitter stars on there, some
Yeah.
pictures of him,
Yeah.
and went, do you like this?
Yeah, done.
Take it or leave it.
That's my
But
presentation.
the big news over the weekend, it's coming up actually. Australia playing Scotland tomorrow in the Rugby World Cup. I'm surprised you're still here, Nathan, because I heard from the coach, Mel Meninga, who can't wait to see you play for the first time.
I think with Nathan, he's a pretty quiet character. He's a bit introverted, but I think having a game is going to bring out the best in him, both personality-wise and playing-wise.
I do
Looking
become
forward to
quite withdrawn during the game.
Dude, when playing rugby league.
I'm a little bit more animated on the radio.
I'm not.
It's just that I don't know what I'm doing out there.
And there's a lot of big men trying to kill you.
Busy weekend.
You know, so when you don't know the rules, you're a little bit like, oh my God.
I'll just sit in the back.
Let's catch the ball and run with it, Nathan.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Dream team, just a dream. Dream team, I have a dream. Dream team
for Telethon 2022. Guess the celebrity with our dream team, so Spudcheck can donate back to Telethon. Head to Telethon at RAC Arena October 23 and 22. Tickets through Ticketek.
Together with Spudshed, we are playing Dream Team for Telethon.
Absolutely. It's myself, Sean, up against Phil Burton from Human Nature this morning. It's going to be a cracker.
Yep, I'm ready.
Two people are waiting to see who they're going to be partnered with. They are Stacey and Dan. Stacey, you are first. Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, of course I am.
Hi, Stace.
Hi, Stace.
Now I have to choose.
You get to cherry pick between two amazing celebrities.
There's Sean McManus and there's Phil Burton, who just bumps into celebrities at the supermarket all the time. So knows his celebrities.
Knows his celebs.
What do you reckon, Stace?
Hopefully I don't regret it, but I'll go with Sean.
Oh,
interesting.
Ooh,
That's the spirit, Stace.
I think you're going to regret it, Stacey. I really do.
I think everyone's thinking that, Phil.
Hey, Dan from Churchlands, meet your partner, Phil Burton.
G'day, Dan.
Morning, Phil.
You ready?
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
That's the spirit.
We're going to go well.
The
Don't you
Aussie
worry.
battler spirit that we
Absolutely.
appreciate.
It's very simple what's going to happen, guys. We're going to be putting 60 seconds on the clock. We've got some flashcards here with celebrities' names on there. Sean, you
Yes,
and
friend.
Stacey will be going first. Flash Sean a celebrity name, and he just has to explain it to Stacey using 3 words.
Only 3 words, Sean. This is
Only
your
3
downfall.
words. Yeah.
Yes, my downfall.
Oh,
Stacey,
God.
do you know celebs well?
Hopefully.
Can you read my mind?
Now, if Sean doesn't think that he can do it, then Sean can pass. Stacey, if you don't think that you can achieve an answer, and because remember, we are on the clock and we're trying to get through as many as we can, you can pass as well. Every correct answer, $100 goes to Telethon.
Okay, that's
That's
good.
so
We're playing for the kids.
Don't let the kids down, Stacey. Okay.
Oh, God, no
Come on,
pressure.
Stacey.
Feel the pressure.
I know it's horrible.
Yeah,
isn't
I'm
it?
feeling it.
All right. What do you reckon,
Should
Nat?
be. Okay. Stacey and Sean.
Righto, Stace.
Your 60 seconds starts now.
Horses song. Singer. Horses song singer. Pass. Daryl Braithwaite.
Yeah, that's it.
Blind pianist. 70s.
Pass.
Stevie Wonder. Working class man.
Oh, my God, seriously?
Are you serious, Stacey?
Working class man. Jimmy
No,
Barnes.
you
That's it.
Get the next one.
Quick.
She's not going to get
Oh,
these.
don't. Pass. Go.
All right.
Australia's greatest surfer.
Casey.
Surfer. Pass. Mick Fanning. The world's best tennis player. Was that too many words? I don't know.
Nick Federer.
Federer.
We'll
Do we
give you
play
that.
that?
Yes,
We'll give
yes.
it to
But
you.
she said Federer then.
Yeah,
She
she
did say
said
Mick Federer, I think.
He serves and plays tennis.
Yeah, he's great. Mick Federer.
We're so desperate to give money to the children that we're going to pay that.
Can we just
Stacey and Sean, you scored 1.
Can we just have? We dissect that. Was I pretty good then?
Oh, you're amazing, Sean.
Thank you.
Stacey, you know that was a crime.
We were doing it with the kids, Stace.
All right, so that's
and one
the
of us came up
benchmark.
short.
Phil, you and Dan have to score more than 1.
Dan, how do you reckon we could go?
And if you score,
I wish I had some of the
if you score 1 quite legitimately, we'll probably still give you the match, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Remember, there's a $500 Spudshed voucher to the winner up for
We
grabs.
got this, Dan. We got
Go on,
this.
Phil.
Okay,
Yeah.
See what
Phil,
you got, mate.
Phil Burton from Human Nature.
All right.
And Dan from Churchlands.
Remember, Dan, you can pass at any time. Phil, you can
Yeah.
pass at any time.
Absolutely.
Let's try and get
Yeah,
through them.
yeah.
All right.
Your 60 seconds starts now.
Twin sisters singers.
Veronicas.
Yes.
Rocky actor.
Stallone. Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Yeah. Naturalist documentary old guy. Sorry.
That's
David
David
Attenborough. Sorry.
Attenborough.
Titanic actress, gorgeous.
Kate Winslet.
Yes. Rapper, very weird.
Kanye West.
Yes. He's good at this. Pass.
Pass.
Yeah. I was going to say it. Australian, New Zealand actor.
Well, it's 4 words.
Sorry.
Really.
Russell Crowe. I did say redhead British singer.
We'll
Redhead's
say
one word.
redhead is one word.
All right. Dan?
Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is
Time's up.
How many? 6.
Well, yes.
Dan, you legend.
You guys are good.
6.
That's how you do it, Stacey.
New Zealand is apparently
Don't be
New Zealand
mean
is
to
now one
Stacey.
word apparently, but that's fine. It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
What did we raise, Nat?
Between the two of you raised $700.
See, both of us. Well done.
Well
round
done.
58,
Well done.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Which takes us to $3,400 as a running total.
Well, firstly, let's just congratulate Dan. Dan, you have got a $500 Spud Shed voucher, mate.
Cool, thanks a lot.
No
You
worries.
played well, Dan.
By the ribs.
Well done, Dan.
And you raised money for Telethon. What's our total then?
So we've now hit $3,400.
Yep. Oh my
We
gosh.
can do better than that, right?
Yeah, we can. I've got an official word from the eyebrow king himself.
Are we rounding up?
Tony Gallardi says he's going to round it up to
And even $5,000.
$5,000.
He's a good man, Tony Gallardi. He's a great man.
He's going to have to sell some more potatoes.
What a legend. What a legend.
But he's going to do it for the kids.
Phil, thank you so much for coming in. You're
Guys, it's been a
very good at
pleasure.
this game. You'll be great on telethon as well. So you're going to be in the opening number tomorrow.
I am, that's right. And then apparently I'm going to be flashing a G-string at some time later
can't
on in the
wait for
evening.
that.
$10,000.
Pull your money.
We put
Get him in a G
We're
banger.
going to put our pocket money together. It's what the kids from telethon want.
Yes, everyone will be telling everybody what he did last night.
Nobody
It'll be
wants that. Nobody wants
great. Oh,
that.
there's people out there that want that too.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.